My marriage hit a wall a few months back. You know, I've been in Atlanta visiting my brother. I chose to go to Atlanta because, of course, Martell and I have children together. So it's important, while I do need time and space away, it is still also important for me to be, in an area or a distance that's not too far, so that there's not an issue when it comes to exchanging the kids and custody and things of that nature.
There are moments in life when everything changes without warning, not because people didn't see it coming, but because they chose not to believe it would ever go this far. The kind of moment where silence speaks louder than any argument, and reality hits harder than...
But there's still certain things we need to talk about.
No, go and keep going.
You talking like that.
Yeah, no.
I don't want my kids to be around that.
Get out.
And every time Martell Holt does something, Melody, she runs social media and put my out there. But I haven't done that.
Any headline ever could. For Martell Holt, that moment didn't unfold on a reunion stage or through a viral clip. It happened in a courtroom, calm, controlled, but heavy with consequence. No distractions, no edits, just facts, decisions, and a future that could no longer be shaped by perception. And when the ruling finally came down, it didn't just land, it echoed. Because this wasn't just another update in a long-running public story. This was final, official, unavoidable. The court ruled in favor of Melody Shari, and with that, Martell's sentencing was confirmed.
Considering all the things that have gone on both sides of the fence, Melody and myself, I really don't see Melody and I ever getting back together. And I just see who Melody really is, because I feel that her heart, for real, her heart isn't good.
In an instant, everything shifted. The image, the confidence, the narrative he had held onto for years. It all cracked under the weight of reality. But here's what makes this moment even more powerful. It didn't start in that courtroom. It started years ago, in a version of their life that looked completely different. Before the tension, before the public fallout, before the legal battles, there was a time when everything about their relationship looked solid, unbreakable even. Together, they represented ambition, success, and unity. They weren't just building a family, they were building a brand, a lifestyle, a vision that people admired. On the surface...
Right, well, Love and Marriage Huntsville TV star Martell Holt was recently arrested for domestic violence. The 42-year-old was booked into the Madison County Jail last night. Holt was charged with third-degree domestic violence and harassing communications.
Everything made sense. The partnership looked balanced, the goals looked aligned. And from the outside, it felt like they had figured something out that others hadn't. But appearances can be convincing, even when they're incomplete. Because behind that polished image, something else was unfolding, quietly at first, subtly, the kind of tension that doesn't explode right away, but grows, builds, waits. Melody was carrying more than people realized: responsibilities, expectations, emotional weight, all while maintaining composure in a space where...
Are y'all still going through this, man? What do you think the problem is?
I don't...
Martell.
She don't want nobody seeing that she's actually working with me in terms of effective co-parenting. She don't want nobody to see that. She don't want nobody to see that she's being nice or cool with me. It gotta be. What else could it be? One thing about I'm trying to stay peaceful. No, because I don't mess up your peace. I don't say anything wrong. I don't do anything wrong. It's all about the kids. She can call my phone and talk to the kids whenever, and I don't have a number to call my kids when they're with her. I just want her to do right.
Everything was constantly being watched. And while she held things together publicly, privately, the foundation was already shifting. Then came the moment that changed everything, the truth about the affair. Not speculation, not rumor, something real, something undeniable. And once it surfaced, there was no putting it back. The image they had built together didn't just weaken, it shattered. And with it came questions that couldn't be ignored anymore. Who was Martell really? Was the confidence genuine or constructed? Was the partnership ever as strong as it seemed, or was it just well presented? The fallout wasn't quiet. It unfolded in front of everyone. Conversations turned into confrontations, emotions spilled into public view, and what once looked like unity became a visible divide. But even then, people didn't expect it to reach this point, because instead of fading, the situation intensified. The arguments didn't stay personal, they became legal. Allegations replaced assumptions, documents replaced opinions, and suddenly this wasn't about relationship drama anymore. It was about patterns, behavior, accountability. Melody's focus changed.
You could see it. Not in loud statements, but in quiet decisions. She stopped trying to fix what was broken and started protecting what mattered. Her energy shifted toward stability, toward her children, toward building something that didn't rely on what had already collapsed. And that shift, it spoke volumes. Meanwhile, Martell held on to his version of the story, defending, explaining, maintaining control over how things were perceived. But courtrooms don't operate on perception. They operate on evidence, on consistency, on what can be proven, not what can be presented. And as the legal process unfolded, it became clear that this was deeper than anyone initially thought. Details surfaced, timelines formed, patterns became visible. This wasn't about one mistake. It was about repetition, escalation, impact, especially on a family that was now caught between public attention and private consequences. By the time the sentencing day arrived, the energy was different. No chaos, no spectacle, just tension, thick, undeniable, and final. And when the judge ruled in Melody's favor, confirming Martell's sentencing, everything changed in that single moment. There was no room left for interpretation, no space left for spin. This was consequence, real, structured, and permanent. The ruling didn't just address one situation, it reflected a pattern the court had carefully reviewed. Conditions were set, boundaries were defined, expectations were no longer optional. For Melody, the moment wasn't about celebration, it was about closure. Not the kind that erases pain, but the kind that acknowledges it, validates it, ends the uncertainty that had stretched on for years. She didn't walk away victorious in the way people might expect. She walked away steady, grounded, finally able to breathe without waiting for the next wave. But the impact didn't stop there. Public reaction was immediate. Conversations shifted, opinions changed. People who once defended Martell began to question everything. Others who had supported Melody felt confirmed in what they had believed all along. Still, beyond the noise, one truth stood out. This wasn't entertainment anymore. This was real life, reshaped by real consequences. And for Martell, that reality became impossible to avoid. The confidence that once defined him now carried a different weight. Every decision, every action, every moment from the past now followed him into the present. Because accountability doesn't just arrive, it stays. It reshapes how you're seen, how you move, how you rebuild, if you even can. But maybe the most overlooked part of all this is the impact on the family. Because while headlines focus on outcomes, children live with the aftermath. New structures, new boundaries, a new version of normal that wasn't chosen, but now has to be accepted. And for Melody, that became the priority. Not the opinions, not the attention, just stability, protection, peace. That quiet determination became her strength. Not loud, not performative, but consistent, focused on building forward instead of looking back. At the same time, Martell's path became something else entirely. Uncertain, structured, accountable in ways that couldn't be avoided anymore. Because sentencing doesn't end a story, it forces a new one to begin, one where growth is no longer optional, one where reflection isn't a choice, and one where the past can't be rewritten, only faced. In the end, this wasn't just about a relationship falling apart. It wasn't just about legal decisions or public reaction. It was about truth finally catching up. Because no matter how long it's delayed, no matter how carefully it's avoided, truth has a way of waiting.
building, strengthening in silence. And when it finally surfaces, it doesn't ask for permission. It changes everything.